Alright, so I haven't actually shown myself making anything for you guys in a while. And I do apologize for that. I've been very busy. Here in the background, I have been working on trying to can some applesauce. I'm making some applesauce butter on the stove. And today, I will be showing you guys how to make two different things. This specific video will be focusing on how to make a Thanksgiving or a Christmas ham at this point because we're past Thanksgiving. So, obviously, you will need a ham, whatever size you want. I just grabbed the 9-pound one. You know, I normally just like to get these particular ones. You have to be fancy. I like to get the plain ones too, no smoke, no honey, whatever, because then you can put whatever you want on there. Of course, you are going to need, preferably Dijon mustard. I don't have any. We're just going to substitute it with regular yellow mustard and honey. We're going to need cloves, ground cloves specifically. I don't have any because I never really use ground cloves, so we're just going to blend it in our spice grinder. We're going to need an orange, and we're going to need some dark brown sugar, and we will also need some pineapples, preferably canned in 100% pineapple juice. I'm only going to use the pineapple juice. I'm probably going to give the pineapples to my kids because no one really likes eating the pineapple off the ham in my family. So let's get started. All right, I ended up having to butcher the ham because the inside is falling apart. R.I.P. pig. Don't worry. I will make sure that your flesh is not sacrificed in vain. And this saves everybody from having to carve this mess up anyway. So we will set this aside and start on our glaze. And I'm gonna go ahead and make sure there's nothing in there. I'm gonna put, you can do like a pinch of cloves. I wouldn't do a lot just because cloves have a very, very strong taste. I'm only gonna do a couple of cloves, and I'm gonna put them in my electric spice grinder. Oh, it's stuck. Cool. Alright, that's probably as much as I'm going to do, because if we do any more, it's gonna taste nasty. That's happened to me before, and trust me, that was not fun. Oh, it hardened. So that's about half of a cup of brown sugar. And I'm gonna cut up this orange. This is a trick I saw on Binging with Babish, but we're gonna roll out our orange to try to get the juice out. We're gonna go ahead and put some orange juice in it. I would do orange zest, but we're already putting pineapple juice in there, so yeah, I would do some orange juice. Whoopsie daisy. And we're gonna do our orange juice. I'm just gonna do about probably enough to fill that up. And I can't find my whisk, so this will have to do. And you want to make sure everything is well integrated. That there's no sugar in the bottom, and that the mustard is blending as much as possible. This might not seem like a lot, but sometimes I end up having leftovers. If you don't, that's fine too. We can always make more. We have more ingredients, and I'll leave these out just in case we do end up making more. probably go ahead and give the pineapple to my boys. We have our pineapple pieces and our glaze. We are going to glaze our pineapple. I mean, our pineapple, but our ham with our glaze. If we have any left, we'll probably just dump it all on the ham at the end. If not, well, we'll just do that too with whatever we have left. And you want to make sure you get everything. Okay? You want this to have a good flavor. So we're going to let this bake for about 15 minutes before we take this out again. And we will do this about 4 times before it's ready. Alright, so I think it's been about 15-20 minutes since I put the ham in. So it's time for a second glazing. Also, don't mind the music. I think my kids are watching Encanto. Jimmy Disney. Not the fridge, but in the oven. Alright, this is like the 3rd time we pull this out, and you can kind of see where like the top is starting to crisp up. So again, we're going to throw more marinade up here. Or I should say glaze, really. And we will put it back in the oven. Alright, gotta put the last bit of glaze on this before I leave this alone for like a whole hour. And this will be going back into the oven. And that is your end result. Yeah, some of the bits here got a little crispy, but that's fine. And I will be bringing this over to the dinner I will have later. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys soon.